Welcome into Drew's Daily Diamond for Thursday, July 11th, 2024. I am Drew Martin breaking down the slate of games. We've got some day action here, guys, so getting after it. And let me know in the comments below what your MLB picks are for today, where you agree, where you disagree. All is welcome. Smash that like button if you're liking the content, as we got our first game up, 1:10 Eastern, 10:10 a.m. Pacific. Colorado Rockies, Cincinnati Reds, Hunter Green on the hill for the Big Red Machine. Austin Gomber, the lefty, going for the Rockies. Looks like a total of 9, minus 190. Heavy favorites here. That is Cincinnati at home. They come in 4 games under 500, and they have lost the last 4 Hunter Green starts. Something to note there. Laying 90 cents seems a little bit expensive. Number 2 pick overall, Hunter Green in 2017. 1 earned run in his last 2 starts, lasting 12 innings. So he's riding a little bit of a hot hand here. He's a guy that throws with a lot of velocity. However, last year versus the Rockies, granted it was in Coors Field, he gave up 9 hits, 6 earned in just 4 innings of work. So it's kind of a tricky handicap coming over here to Cincinnati, but I did want to throw that out. Now, looking at the Rockies, I mean, they're 28 games under 500. It's been a miserable season. They've won 12 road games out of, 45 tries? They're 12-33 on the road. They've been miserable. However, they did win 6-5 last night. They got Austin Gomber on the hill here, the 30-year-old out of FAU, the former Owl. 9 innings versus Cincinnati last year, giving up 10 runs. So he's been smacked around by the big red machine lineup here. Don't trust him at all. And actually, I like that past performance for the Rockies against Green. I think that they could put up some crooked numbers here, get him out of the game early, get into the pin. So we get a total of 9. It's in the 80s in Cincinnati. Slight wind out to center field as well. And that Colorado bullpen, they're ranking dead last in MLB. So all of that adding up to total of 9 flat, guys. Day action, I think we get up and over the 9, Colorado and Cincinnati to start us off. 1:10 Eastern, 10:10 a.m. Pacific, heading to Citi Field for the next matchup, New York Mets, Washington Nationals. I think we talked each and every game of this series so far. We bet the under in all of them. Actually went 2-1, so we'll take it each and every time. In this matchup, though, we're changing the tune a bit. Mackenzie Gore going for the Nationals. David Peterson going for the Metropolitans. Battle of Southpaws, total of 9. Mets anywhere from minus 133 to as high as minus 140. As it looks to be 14-mile-an-hour winds blowing out to center field and 85 degrees projected in New York. So that's what's going to keep me off of the under in this one. Instead, going with the side, Washington comes in 8 games under 500, losers of 4 straight here, including to the Mets and some of those. And Mackenzie Gore, 5 earned runs last time out. The start before was against the Mets. Pretty solid start, but he also saw the Mets in June and only lasted 4 innings, giving up 6 earned runs. So getting knocked around in that one. And look, the Mets have been an overall really good lineup. Number 6 by weighted runs created plus. They've been great against lefties, smashing southpaws. So I think they could get to him again here. And Peterson, he's been great for the Mets overall. I mean, he's actually started against the Nationals 2 times as well, lasted 13 innings combined, only 4 earned runs with a heavy ground ball rate. So could see him having another good start here. The Mets just won 6-2 last night. They've won 2 straight, 4 of their last 5. And again, they smashed lefties. So guys, think 33 cents here on the Mets as the favorite at home. Think they get it done. Let's jump on the Metropolitans over the Nationals. An hour later, 2:10 Eastern start time, heading to Milwaukee here for the Pittsburgh Pirates at the Milwaukee Brewers. NL Central battle here, top of the division. Brewers going with Aaron Savali. And Paul Skeens, the slated starter for the Pirates, commanding a minus 135 road price tag, total of 8. Pirates come in just 3 games under 500. They're starting to play some important baseball here, trying to get within reach of the Milwaukee Brewers in the division. 53 wins on the season. Now, Savale, they actually traded for him with the Rays, and he's made 1 start so far for the Brewers, which have had starting pitching injuries. You can see why they made the trade. He did give up 3 home runs against the Dodgers in his first start for the Brew Crew. And he's up against Paul Skeens. I mean, we've talked about him a bunch. I know a lot of people interested when he's on the hill, so that's why I bring him up. He's got 10 starts, 5-0 on the season, 2.1 ERA. His stuff is translating to the show. He did not spend much time in the minor leagues. He was the #1 pick overall just last year out of LSU, and so far, so good for him. He's throwing 99, 100, 101 miles per hour. And guys, when you look at his strikeout count here, I'll just name what the totals are over his last, 7 or 8 games here. 8 strikeouts, 9, 8, 7, 8, 8, 9. He is really starting to rack them up. And when you look at his 2 of his last 3 starts, he's gone 7 full innings, and he's gone no less than 6 innings in a month. So they're starting to stretch him out here. He's really able to rack up some Ks. Now, the market's going to be onto this a little bit, and I don't love the side on the Pirates laying 35 cents against, the first-place team, Milwaukee Brewers. And I think the question's still out on Savale, how he's going to be. So I'm staying off of the side in the total. Instead, I know we don't talk a lot of props, but we're going after a prop here, and that's Paul Skeens' over strikeout prop. And really, I think the advantage angle here is the Milwaukee Brewers offense, yes, a top 10 offense. They're number 7 against righties. They've been good overall. But when you break it down to power and finesse splits, what type of pitcher they're facing, they are 200 team OPS points lower versus power pitchers. Guys that come at you with fastballs, sliders, that type of pitcher, throwing high velocity, than finesse pitchers. And they have a drastically higher strikeout rate against velocity. So they're facing, the guy that throws the hardest in terms of average in MLB, and Paul Skeens. I think they're going to strike out a bunch here, guys. Now, the strikeout prop market isn't out, at least at the books that I have access to. So I'm waiting on this, but I got it circled. I'll be in the comments below. Feel free to fire away down low in the comments if you're jumping on this and what number you're getting it at. But definitely have Paul Skeens over strikeout prop circled. So that's the way we'll go with this one, Pirates and Brewers. On to the night slate. Up next, LA Dodgers, Philadelphia Phillies, battle of first-place teams in Philadelphia. Aaron Nola on the hill for the Phillies. Landon Knack on the hill for the Dodgers. 9 in the hook being the total. -145 to as high as -155. That is the Phillies as the home favorite. Citizens Bank Park looks to be 10 miles an hour, wind blowing out, and almost 90 degrees in Philadelphia. So kind of pump the brakes there on betting the under. Dodgers come in 55 wins on the season. Phillies, first team to 60 wins. They've won the first 2 of this series. Of course, the most wins in Major League Baseball. Up against the Dodgers, losing 3 straight. They've also lost the last 3 times. Knack has taken the hill here. I'm not looking to bet the Dodgers. We've been on the Phillies each and every game in the series. If you've been watching the show, we're going to keep riding it, guys. We're going to go for the Phillies on the sweep. Knack has 7 starts. He's not going very deep, 4 or 5 innings in most of them, and he's off of his worst start of the year, just 4 innings, 4 runs, 3 home runs. Now he's up against the Phillies offense that's getting healthier. Schwarber back in the lineup. Bryce Harper he got a little bit nicked up. We'll see if his bat coming from the left side's back there. Like the Phillies even more if it is. And Aaron Nola on the hill, the former LSU Tiger. 107 strikeouts on the season, 23-0 strikeout to walk rate his last 3 starts. I'm on the Phillies here. -146 is the low water mark. Don't go crazy. Don't love laying that big of a number against the Dodgers, but Phillies is the only way I could attack this one. Next one up, 6:50 Eastern start time, Yankees and Rays. Shane Baz on the hill for the Rays. Nestor Cortez, the lefty, going for the Yankees. Bronx Bombers -120 road favorites, total of 8 flat in this one. Yankees come in 55-38. They did just win 2-1 last night, although they have lost the last 3 times. Cortez has taken the hill, all its favorites. That worries me a little bit betting the Yanks. And Shane Baz for the Rays, he's a high prospect guy. He hasn't pitched in over a year until his last time out, so he's just getting back into it. But a guy with a lot of talent here. Now, the Rays have lost 4 of their last 5, and in Baz's first start back since 2022, 6 innings, 3 earned, 6 strikeouts against the Texas Rangers. Now, he's got another tough assignment here in the Yankees, but he's not a guy I'm looking to bet against. I actually had this guy circled when he comes back to be looking to bet on him, It's just the Rays have lost 4 of 5, and I don't love going against the Yankees. Instead here, guys, I actually like this under. I think both starters can have a decent start here. Actually, because Nestor Cortez last time against the Rays, it was on April 20th, 420 there. 7 innings, 0 earned runs, 9-0 strikeout to walk ratio. So he really dominated this Rays lineup last time he saw him. I think he can do that again. And I don't think there's a whole lot of runs scored here, guys. So I think this finishes, 4-2, 3-1, something like that. I don't think we get to 9 runs. Let's bet it under the 8, Rays and Yankees. 1 game left here. We're going to be breaking it down. A reminder, hey, if you could comment below, it does help out the algorithm. I'll be in there throughout the day. Huge shout out to everybody doing so. Love all you guys out there and ladies. It's been really cool chopping it up. Feel free to throw out whatever MLB picks and where you disagree. I know I do make mistakes from time to time, and if you could smash that like button, it would help us out as well. If you're interested in premium picks, check them out, wagertalk.com, off the 5% big winner. So got the client plays up and available. All right, guys, last game up. We got the Baltimore Orioles, Chicago Cubs, 6:35 Eastern start time in this one. Justin Steele, the lefty, going for the Cubbies. Albert Suarez going for the O's. Minus $1.25. That's Baltimore as the home favorite. Total of 9. Cubbies come in 6 games under 500. They did just win 4-0 last night against Corbin Burns, a game we unfortunately took the loss on. They're still 10 games under 500 on the road. They've struggled outside of Wrigley, and Baltimore has been absolute money outside of last night at home. 10 games over 500 at home. 57 wins on the season, 2 games up of the Yankees. They got the 34-year-old Venezuelan on the hill, Suarez, 2.4 ERA, back-to-back 6-inning solid starts. Just 2 earned runs given up in his last 12 innings of work, 7 hits, only 1 walk. I actually like betting on this guy, and nothing against Justin Steele. He's actually tough to go against. Since the end of May, 1.6 ERA, 54 innings pitched, only 37 hits given up with 54 strikeouts, never more than 2 earned runs. He is going up against a good Orioles lineup here that has smashed lefties. And the Orioles, this is where I'm going after this one, because I think both starters are going to have a solid start. I think it's like 1-1 heading into the 6th, 7th inning. Then it gets into the bullpens, and that's where the Orioles hold the big advantage, guys. So just getting 22 cents on the home favorite, one of the best teams in baseball, Baltimore. That's how we're going after this one in Camden Yards. To finish it off, it's the Baltimore Orioles minus 122 over the Chicago Cubs. Recap of the rest of them: under 8, Yankees and Rays. Phillies minus 146 over the Dodgers. We get the Pirates and the Brewers. We are going Paul Skeens over strikeout prop. New York Mets minus the 133 over the Nationals. And the first game we broke down, Colorado Rockies, Cincinnati Reds over the 9 in the Queen City. Thanks for tuning in, guys. That's going to do it for Drew's Daily Diamond. Come back and join us on Friday. Smash that like button, comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Cash those tickets.